Hello, everyone, and welcome to your Fate and Fortune with True Oracle. I am Lady Zelda Kelly, and I'm here to answer a question for you that I think that's been on your mind. You've not even really mentioned it, but it's been on your mind. And that is, why can I not forget the past? Why can't I forget the past? It's over, it's done, people have moved on, and yet I'm thinking 24/7, maybe not that much, but a lot about the past. Things that maybe should have happened, maybe good times, maybe things that you regretted, maybe some things that just are open-ended and you just don't understand why it happened the way that it did. I'm here to give you some answers from the guides because this happens throughout our lives. And if you'll do me a favor, please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and I know that there is someone that you know that is thinking the same thing. Please do me a favor and share this video with them. The first thing I'd like to do is get you a little bluebird Lenormand card. Now, this is pretty cute, quite frankly, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. Oh, and there goes Sammy walking through. Consider yourself blessed by the mother cat. All right, so there we are. I think you're going to like this. It's going to lighten up the mood a little bit and set a precedence for us. And card off the top, and it is this. All right, let me see if I can get it to focus. This charming woman with flowers in hand, as with the gentleman her cards will command. The fortunes revealed, once the cards have been placed, unveil the fate that destiny traced. Isn't that something? I kind of love these cards. This is the Ace of Spades. It's a winter timing card. And if you're seeing this in the winter time, it is actually March of 2025, still winter. I think your timing to see this is right on. We're going to put this to the side just in case we need to refer to her. Isn't she cute? Number 29. All right, my darlings, here we go. First and foremost, I'm going to lay out this beautiful vintage tarot. We're asking spirits, guides, angels, and there is a card that came out, 8 of Cups. And that doesn't surprise me. We're not going to make a long video. We're just going to give you some answers. And it shouldn't take long. Knight of Swords. Five of Swords. And the Devil card. Let me put this to the side. Now, you may be a Capricorn, or you may not. It's okay if you are not, because this is for all signs. And you may or may not resonate with this, and if you do, that's great. If you don't, there may be a few little bits and kibbles that you do. But this Devil card is the Capricorn. Now, I say this over and over. I have friends that are Capricorns. I have family that is Capricorns, and they are far from devil. The attributes about this card are that sometimes you can get laser focused, maybe obsessed, maybe sometimes addicted to the past, maybe even to social media, looking for someone, looking what they're doing, going over the past. Now, that's not such a bad thing. If you have some unanswered questions, it's not so bad if you're looking for someone because you're just curious and you want to wish them well. But if it goes beyond that, then there's something far deeper. Now, the one thing I'm going to say about Capricorns, I admire some and a lot of their traits. I admire the fact that they do not set out to hurt people just because they can. I admire the fact that they don't like liars, and they don't lie. And I really admire the fact that they say what they'll do and then they do what they say. That's what makes it tough for this devil card, because sometimes people, and especially Capricornians, can become fixated on a situation, circumstance, and even a person. So let's see what's going on. Why can't you forget the past? It has to do with you needing to walk away from a situation. And the fact is, you may feel that looking back, hindsight is 2020, and questioning yourself as to why did you do that? Could you have found a better way? This could have been 5 years, 10, 15, 20, even 30 years ago. When you look back and you think, oh my gosh, I was so immature then, or I just didn't understand what they said and I misunderstood the situation. And wow, when I left or when I walked away, my life turned upside down and it got worse before it got better. What did I do? What was wrong with that? Should I have left? Well, let me say this. If you're talking about a relationship, the other person that you felt you needed to walk away from needed to do their part. I'm going to say that again. That person that you felt you needed to walk away from then, because we all grow, we all mature, needed to do their part. They needed to participate in your relationship more. Otherwise, you wouldn't have felt that way. There's some guilt there, yes. And you felt like a champion when you did this. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that, because it's exactly what you felt you needed to do. Now, I'm going to lay out some other cards here. And the fact that you look back and you think, well, gee, that wasn't over yet. Gee, what could I have done? And look at this. Look at this. The Lady, number 29, and the Ace of Spades. Isn't that amazing how many times we get confirmations in cards? So actually, I'm going to say neither male nor female energy. This is you, my darling. This is you. And that may have been the person that you walked away from. Earthy energy, most likely a Virgo, but if not, that's okay, because I'm going to say that that person, again, neither male nor female, but that person that you walked away from seemed to be at the time stable and grounded. It was just that you were missing something, and it felt in the relationship that you were the one constantly climbing the mountain. You were the one constantly cliffhanging, wanting to make sure that that person maybe paid attention to you more. This is nothing to blame yourself over. It is nothing for you to look back and think, oh my gosh, why didn't he do that? Well, you know why he didn't do that? Because he just didn't feel, or she didn't feel. She didn't feel like it at the time. He didn't feel like it at the time. People change. And I can tell you this, the moment that you did walk, they may not have acted like it, but they were sorry that you went. And over the years, over time, they have thought about you too. Wondering, wishing, maybe even hoping to see you again. Maybe to say that they're sorry. You know, many times I hear people say, will I get any closure? Closure really isn't what you want, my darling. You want an explanation as to why. And that's not closure, because closure may be as simple as closing a cabinet door. But it's that explanation as to why it happened is what you really needed. And yet, you never got it. Well, my darling, that is your answer. The fact that you never got it, no answer is your answer. It shows that, yes, leaving, walking away was a risk that you needed to take. And it was a gamble, and not a casino gamble. It was a life gamble. But you know what? I think when you look back, after you left, and if it were you that did leave, after you left and you walked away from the circumstance, there were things that you could never have replaced if you were still in that relationship. For example, would you have the children that you do now if you stayed? Would you have the career? Would you have traveled? Would you have been able to spend more time with your family, your parents, your grandparents, brothers and sisters? So regret, my darling, is why you're wanting and thinking about the past. That mountain, sorry, I've got a cold, my darlings. That mountain has been a tough road to hoe. That mountain has been tough. But you know what? You, yes, you, not only found a way over it, you found a way around it, through it, and under it. You wouldn't be the person that you are right now if you would have stayed. And right there's why. You had a brand new beginning. And maybe it seemed like you faltered and failed. You may have had some murky thoughts. You may not have been able to really think clearly, maybe for a little while, maybe for years. But my darling, this journey for you is well worth it. And I want you to know that it's okay to think of the past, but now anchor that past behind you. Anchor it, accept it, and do not make your past your present, because if you do, it will continue to be your future, and that's not what it's supposed to be. You have a whole new pathway of discovery ahead of you, my darlings. So look at it this way. You got what was supposed to be. And that was, my darling, fulfillment, a new beginning. You learned, you may have gotten an education, you may have had a family since then. So put the past in the past, because I want you to know the other person that you're thinking about is just responsible as you are, if not more. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to bring this to you today. And if you would like me to read for you, please click the links in the description, and just know I'm here for you. So once again, if you'll subscribe, like, do all those YouTube-y things, that would be great. And I will see you again very soon. Thanks so much for watching, and you have a wonderful day, and bye for now.